Toss a coin for your predictor. Toss a coin for your predictor. Right on this live stream. Right on this live stream. Oh, ho, ho. Toss a coin for your predictor. Right on this live stream. Right on this... That's right, folks, back once again with a live prediction show. Premier League, boys and girls. Who's been watching The Witcher? I have. Who didn't think there was any Premier League games this week? Me, but I'm back anyway with some latest round of Premier League predictions. Match day number 24 coming at ya right here, right now. Now, if you are new to the channel, punch, tickle, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things The Witcher related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football, and of course Premier League football related. We're all here under Warooski. Oh, where's the chat box? Who's with me? Who is with me? It's a full house. Hello, LG and Cal, Sal Hodgson, Eleni Plays, Califan Mode, MCFC, us here, Stephen Selick, Brenda Show, Kieran Clarity, Henry O'Malley, and of course we beat Sheffield Wednesday 5-0, but it's not the Premier League. Let's go. It's got the song stuck in me head, boys. If you haven't watched The Old Witcher, check that sucker out. Here we go, boys. This is how we all got on last week. And I tell you what, if you got any yellow whatsoever last week, smiley face, top banana, then you did pretty good. Otherwise, you did pretty terrible. And there's a lot of us. I know, Califan Mode. I didn't want to put Cass in the show, but then I thought, you know what, I'm going to get her in here. So the cat will be here. Do apologise. But anyway, let's have a look at how we all got on. We all did terrible. I tell you that now. We all did terrible. 0 to 3, you're in the shit-face gang. 4 to 6, you're in the straight-face club. 7+, you're in the top banana. Yes, LG and Cow, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. We all did pretty terrible. So let's kick it all off. Watford and Spurs duked out to a 0-0 draw. I went with a 2-1 win for a Tottenham Hotspur. So I've got that one wrong. Arsenal against Sheffield United. Who'd have thunked it? Sheffield United picking up another away point as they justify the odds in the Premier League. I went with a 3-2 win. Got that one wrong. Brighton, Hove, Albion against Aston Villa duked out to a 1-1 draw. 2-1 win for me, for Brighton. Wrong. Got that wrong as well. Who got the Manchester City game right? I don't think many of yous. 2-2 draw in the end. Points dropped once again for Manchester City. I went with a 4-0 win. I got the right amount of goals. I did. 4-0 win. As well. Norwich did beat Bournemouth 1-0. I think I got that one right. Yes, 2-1 for me. Not too shabby. Southampton lost at home to Wolves in the Barnstorming 5-goal thriller there at is it St Mary's? Yes, that's what it is. I went with a 2-0 win for the Saints. Why do I think Man United could do something? I know. Same as everybody. Well, at least I think I got that one right. West Ham and Everton in the David Moyes derby. Ancelotti now in charge of Everton. 1-1 in the end. I got that one right, so not too shabby as well on that one. Newcastle surprised us all again, beating Chelsea 1-0 final score. I'm with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Again, got that wrong. And the six-fingered freakazoid, them mongoloids, no offence. They did beat the former Premier League winners Leicester City 2-1. Got that one wrong as well. And of course, Liverpool did beat Manchester United 2-0. In the end, I got with a 3-1. I'm in the shit-face gang, boys. I'm in the poopy-face gang. Yeah, that's right. One of these bad boys. Collector's items these days. Now, before we get into it, I want a big shout-out to Tom Beresford. I think he's in the chat. Welcome, Tom Beresford, to the illustrious Patreon gangs. I've now got 3 Patrons gangs, boys and girls. If you want to become a member of the VIP Patreon gang, there is a link down below, and you can join the likes of Tom and Tom Beresford and the old Banuki Burks, John Spurn, becoming illustrious Patreons. And they now get access to my naked photos. Only joking. Let's take a look now at how you guys got on then, shall we? Tem Foster, Stinkage. Christine Manish, Honkin. Miles A, absolutely turdish. LG and Cow, you're also crap. King Asfan, you're garbage. Yao for MVP, did okay for himself. So he should get a round of applause because there's not many of these guys. I'll tell you now. Yannick Bustler, did okay. Well done for you. Daniel Amazing Objects, nice name. Apex Antics, did stinking. Ritish, also horrible. Owen Foley, though, round of applause for you. Not too shabby. Ultra Oma Murat did okay for himself. Vincent Hung, stunk. The best, 44, he did okay. He was in the okay gang there. Not too shabby. The Aston Villa Seal did absolutely garbage. John Kedwood, horrible. Chaylar did okay for himself. Georgina Squad, stonking. Holo Vlogs, bogging. Shepherd V1, You did okay for yourself. Not too shabby indeed. Lenny plays. Did absolutely horrible. Russell Frost. Now I'm gonna spare you, Russell. I know you had a little chat with me on the thing. I will respond to you on Twitter. But you also did. I'm gonna save your graces here, buddy. You did stonking. Now realistically, there would be another emoji for Russell, but we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Sammy Idu. Absolutely, he did okay. Kelsey Shambangu is back, but he's also terrible. Joe Turner is also stonking. Ishangu Boss did top but not now. That's with an edit. It's with an edit. He has some dubious ones in there. I'm not completely giving him the whole benefit of the doubt. He got like 7, and when everyone else has got red and barely getting yellow, so that's a little bit dubious. Yeah, Zane B. Did terrible. Dean Stock Honkin, Ashabani Hazani did okay for himself. Nadine Kadanka did terrible. Sanders also absolutely bogging. Okay, it wasn't okay. He was garbage. Rajit Kaur, terrible. Keith Dalmini, stinking. Ojeda did okay for himself. Round of applause. Liam Grayson, also not too shabby. Nathan Heaver, the Kiwi from Down Under, did absolutely garbage. Max Hargreaves, terrible. The Italian Devil, stinking as well. Mark Attridge, bogging. Christian04 did okay for himself, so he did okay. We are QPR. What did you do? You did terrible. Omaji Monday, absolutely stinking as well. Billy Spencer, don't know where you're getting your predictions from, buddy. Ray Bacino, you're also in the Turd Face gang. And Shane O'Donnell did okay for himself, so he gets a round of applause as well. Not too, I know, there's a whole lot of wrong. There's a whole lot of wrong out there. Afan Mohid, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Cody Cahoe, I don't even want to look at your predictions anymore, buddy. Roberto Hollis, stinking. Get out of here. Mohamed Naru, stonking. What else have we got? Noko Drinker, bogging as well. I'm running out of words. So terrible. A.N. Kumar, that's what you are. You're terrible. Mickey Bliss, well, forget about it. Shasang Love, absolutely garbage. Any more? And James Rigby, to top it all off, you were absolutely a joke. Get out of it. Russell Frost, hello, there you are, buddy, old pal. Yep. If you want to examine Russell Frost's predictions, you have to pause the screen and go back a little bit. But anyway, moving on. Let's forget about it, boys. Forget about it. That was so 2019. And let's get it on. This is what the table looks like at the moment in the Premier League. Liverpool lead the way with a game in hand, might I add, over Manchester City. 64 points for them. Completely country mile. Manchester United couldn't break the deadlock again, and Liverpool remain invincible. That's right, Arsenal fans, they look invincible at the moment. Manchester City second, Leicester City third, Chelsea are to fourth. Manchester United remain in fifth in quite a tight race, really. Anyone's guess at the moment who's going to get that fifth spot. Down the bottom is Norwich, Bournemouth and Villa going to the Championship. Come on, Burnley, get sucked into that vacuum. Anyway, folks, let's bring on the Castastic with us. Hopefully she's ready for some predictions. Let me straighten this guy out and we'll get going because we've got a lot. The games start tomorrow, folks. The games start tomorrow. And right now I need to stretch this out a little bit. There she goes. Can you see it now? There she is. Cass is ready for her prediction-roonies. Yes, Russell. Hey, I tried to be discreet about it, Russell. I didn't discreet about it. I was trying to keep low key. Anyway, let's get going, folks, and take a little look at these next round of matches. We'll kick it all off with Bournemouth up against Brighton. Get your predictions in nice and early for that sucker, and I will kick it all off with some numbers coming at you. So we already have the first pick, Jaden Cook, first in the game. We'll take a look at him in just a second. The last 6, though, between the two sides. Bournemouth picking up 3 wins, 2 wins to Brighton, 1 draw along the way. They've already played this season. It was back in, it's only a couple of weeks ago in the Premier League. 2-0 win for Brighton at the Amex. The last time they played at Bournemouth was a 3-1 victory as well for Brighton. So it's been a while. Since they picked up the last time, and that was in the FA Cup as well. But goodness gracious me, they've played a fair few times in recent years. Bournemouth have actually failed to score in the last 4 matches in the Premier League. But Brighton have also failed to win 9 of the last 10 away matches heading into this one. The bookmakers, we'll get to that in a second. Bournemouth are in trouble, folks. They are relegation candidates. 20 points on the board. A win, though, could see them leapfrog up to 16th in the table. Brighton, they're not also out of the old relegation fight just yet. They're in 15th spot, but a win for them could see them rise to 13th. The bookmakers' odds on this one, I'm going to give it to 90 to 10 for Bournemouth for the victory. 29 to 10 is Brighton. 12 to 5 is the draw. I haven't done Cass yet. Away you go, Cass. While you're doing that, I will have a look at what the guys have been saying in the chat. So we kick off Jane Cook with a 2-1 win for Brighton. Darren Warburton, welcome to the stream, laddie-o. 2-1 win for Bournemouth. Lenny plays with a 2-1 win for Brighton. Tom Beresford, the Patreon, the ledge. Tom Beresford, 3-1 win for Brighton. LG Cat with a 2-0 win in favour of Bournemouth, I think. Okay with a 2-0 win for Brighton. Landon Harplin with a 2-1 win for Brighton. Shane O'Donnell's gone with a 1-0 win for the visitors. Benno Fraser with a 2-0 win for the hosts. We are QPR with a 1-1 draw. MCFC 1-1. Russell Frost going with a 3-1 win for Brighton. Brenda Show with a 2-1 win for Brighton. As oh my goodness, I've done an error. We're not going to have Cass. We're cutting out of that. We're bailing out the Cass. She's got on a setting that's absolutely ridiculous. There's 300 balls. It would have been 25,000 or something crazy. So she's out. She's done for the day. I'm gonna have words with her. Where were we? Sorry, Marcus Bloody Rashford, 2-1 win for Brighton. Prison Gamer with a 1-1 draw. James Paddock with a 2-1 win for Brighton. Calfan Mode with a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. Ranjit Kaur 4-1 win for Brighton. Farek Branduba with a something. Yeah, I know. Benno Fraser with the 2-0 win. Orthodox Celts with a 1-1 draw. Kieran Clockerty with a 2-1 win for the Cherries. And that's right. Yeah, Cass has made a bit of a boo-boo, so she'll be back for her FA Cup picks later on this week, which will be late. It'll be on Thursday because there's a game on Thursday, I think. Ben Fraser with a 2-0 win as well. So the majority of you guys, I believe, it's kind of split. A lot of you boys back in Brighton, a lot of you guys back in Bournemouth as well. So it's kind of even Stevens within the crowd. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw because that's what it is, folks. It's even sort of Stevens. Next up, we have Aston Villa up against Watford. Two teams, again, looking for some victories to get them up and at it. Watford are out of the drop zone, folks. They are out of the drop zone. However, Aston Villa, they're in the drop zone. That's right. Jane Cook's already in the house with his pickaroony. The last six, though, between the two sides. 1 win for Aston Villa, 3 wins for Watford, 2 draws along the way. They played at Vicarage Road not too long ago. In fact, back end of December, it was a 3-0 win for the Hornets, with goals coming from Troy Deeney with a double. Adrian Marapa got himself sent off, and Esmail Assar got, I think, his first goal for the club. Maybe the last time they played at Villa Park was back in 2017. It might have been a friendly. So the last time they played in the Premier League at Villa Park was a 3-2 win, also for the Hornets. Watford actually undefeated in the last 6 matches in the Premier League. Who'd have thunk it? The bookmakers' odds on this one, 19-10 for Villa, 7-5 is the away win for Watford, 5-2 is the draw. Win for Watford in 17th could see them rise to 15th. That's crazy talk. A win for Villa on the flip side could see them also rise to 15th in the table. So that's the backstory. What do you guys got for me in the chat? Jaden Cook with a 2-1 win for the Hornets. Russell Frost, same scoreline. LG and Cal's going to win 1 more for the Watfords. 3-1 win. Tom Beresford, my boy. 1-0 win for Watford. MCFC going with a 1-1 draw. Brenda Show with a 4-1 win for Watford. Benno Fraser with a 3-1 win for Watford as well. Kieran Clouty, 3-1 win for the Villains. Marcus Bloody Rashford, 3-1 win for Watford. We are QPR with a 2-2 draw. Landon Haplin with a 1-1 draw. Lenny plays with a 1-1 draw. Okay with a 3-2 win for Watford. Raphael Jarrett with a 3-1 win for Villa. Califan Mode with a 2-1 win for Villa. Ranjit Kaur down the Villa, 5-2 in favour of Watford. Kelsey Shambangu, welcome to the stream, buddy old boy. He's got a cracking name as Kelsey Shambangu. Prism Gamer with a 2-1 win for Watford. Darren Warburton, there he is, the ledge. 3-2 win for Watford in the end. Shane O'Connor with a 2-1 win again for Watford as well. Kieran, the name always throws me. Kieran Clouty with a 3-1 win for Villa. Orthodox Celts 1-0 win for the hosts. Marcus Bloody Rashford, 2-1 win for Watford. And Benno Fraser from Canada, welcome. You're on my side of the pond, buddy. You guys are repeating yourselves here a little bit. James Paddock with a 3-2 win for Watford. And there we go. That brings us up to date. Do I think Arsenal can still finish 4th? Not at this moment. I don't think so. I think they're out of it. I think the best thing they can hope for is Europa League, cheeky backdoor access, and I think that could apply for Manchester United. But I think they still got an outside chance to get through as 4th place winners. So Arsenal probably playing for backdoor for the Europa. That's probably their best bet. A couple of late ones there. Who did we miss? James Paddock. No, we got you. Kawaki Yaki-chan with a 3-2 win for Watford. A lot of you guys going for Watford on this one. I'm going for Watford as well. I like Watford. Not too sure about Pearson still. I know. He's on an unbeatable, impressive run of games recently, but I'm still not convinced. He might just do the miracle, and then, you know what, they'll be done with him. Next year. Next up, we have Everton up against Newcastle United. 2 teams around about mid-table. Everton are in 11th, 29 points. Newcastle are 12th, 29 points as it stands. Heading into this, Everton 1 defeat at the past 6. Newcastle 1 win at the past 5. Heading into this bad boy. Let me have a take a look at the last 6 between these two sides. 4 wins for Everton, 1 win for the Toon, 1 draw as well. They played earlier at St James's Park this year. 2-1 win for Everton. Goals from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's knocking on the door for the old England call-up. Fabian Schär with a 1-0 goal for the Toon. The last time they played at St James's Park, it was a 3-2 win for the Geordies. Salman Rondon with the goal. Azozi Perez with a brace. Calvert-Lewin as well scoring on that day. Rickarlson getting the other goal. Who would think that Calvert-Lewin would be scoring this time out? He'll make it 3 games, at least 3 games on the spin, scoring against them. Yes, it would. Arsenal actually kept a clean sheet in the last 3 home matches. And they're actually undefeated in their last 7 home matches against Newcastle in all competitions. Bookmakers odds on this one, they give it 20-11 on for the Toffees. 3-1 the draw. 11-2 is the away win for the Geordies. Why, man? What you guys got in the chat? We'll have a little gander, shall we? Losing my voice a little bit, and it's only bloody Monday. Let's get going. Kick it all off with Raphael Jarrett with a 2-1 win for the Toffees. Russell Frost 2-1 as well. Same scoreline. Marcus bloody Rashford has gone for the previous one with a 5-1 win for Watford. Landon Halpin and the Ledge. No, Landon Halpin 2-1 win for Everton. The Ledge, Mr. Beresford with a 1-1 draw. Brenda Show, I'm leaving. So Everton 2-1. Till next time, Brendo. Rajat Kaur with a 4-2 win for the Toffees. We are QPR 2-1 win as well for Everton. Marcus Lee Rashford with a 1-0 win for Everton. OK with a 0-0 draw. LG and Cat with a 2-0 win for Everton. Califan Mo with a 3-1 win for Everton. MCFC OK with a 1-1 draw. Shane O'Donnell gives it a 1-0 win for the Toffees. Darren Warburton with a 2-0 win as well for the Toffees. Same scoreline for Lenny Plays. James Paddock with a 0-0 draw. Benno Fraser with a 1-0 win for Everton. Don 0-7, 1-0 to the Ton. That's Everton. Prism Gamer, we got you. No, we didn't 0-0 draw. Kazuma Aksham with a 2-1 win for Everton. Kieran Clouty with a 2-1 win for Everton. I'm going to do an accent next time. Ferek Branduva, 1-0 win for Everton. Orthodox Celts, 2-1 for Everton. Kieran Doughty, gotcha. Yeah. USA odds, they are very strange, James. I have to actually use a VPN to get the old English odds. Benno Fraser with a 1-0 win for Everton. Kelsey Shambangu, 3-1 win for Everton. What would you do if Sunday Blackburn Rovers win the Champions League? What would I do? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. It's so far-fetched that I would probably shave off all my body hair and run myself in Vaseline or something weird. I don't know. It would be an absolute flipping, something weird. It ain't going to happen. Not in my bloody lifetime. Anyway, a lot of you guys going with Everton. I'm also going with Everton with a 2-0 win as well. Next up, we have the Blades up against Manchester City. Ree with a late one in there with a 2-0 win for Everton. So this one, usually you go with Manchester City, but Sheffield United have been picking up points against the big boys throughout the season in the Premier League. And this could be another one because it's at Bramall Lane. So let's get going, folks, and take a little look at... plug yourself in, Kieran. Plug yourself in. So take a look at this game now for you. Sheffield United up against Manchester City. Now, the last few times they played each other, 1 win for Sheffield United, 3 wins for Manchester City, and 2 draws along the way. They played at the Etihad earlier in the season. It was a 2-0 win back in December, not too long ago as well. The last time they played at Bramall Lane was in the FA Cup. It was in 2008. It was a Sheffield United win as well. 2-1 in the end. John Stead, ex-Rover, and Luton Shelton on the score sheet for the Blades. Daniel Sturridge did 1-0 goal for Manchester City. The last time they played in the Premier League at Bramall Lane was in 2006. Stephen Ireland on the score sheet that day. So, in fact, let's take a look at the last 6, or the last 4 encounters. The last 4 times they played at Bramall Lane, it's been 2 victories for Sheffield United and 2 wins for Manchester City. So, but they haven't played in 12 years at Bramall Lane. This is their first outing, according to my knowledge. 13-2 is the win for Sheffield United. 42-100 on is the win for Manchester City. 15-4 is the draw. Sheffield United come into this 7th in the table. A win could see them rise to 5th. Manchester City, a win for them, could see them rise to 51 points and still remain in 2nd spot. What you guys got in the chat? We're going to kick it all off. Take a deep breath. Russell Frost opens up the gang with a 3-1 win for Manchester City. Una Omis with a 2-1 win for Everton. That was the previous one. Landon Halpin with a 2-1 win for the champions. Raphael Jarrett with a 5-1 win for Blue Moon, he says. Tom Beresford, 2-1 win for Manchester City. Marcus Bloody Rashford's going for 1-0 for City. Elgin Cow with a 3-1 for City as well. Dave Chance with a 2-0 win for Manchester City. Benno Fraser with a 2-2 draw. Ranjit Kaur with a 2-1 win for the Blades. Kieran Clouty with a 4-1 win for Manchester City. Lenny Plays 3-1 for City. Kawasaki Cham with a 5-1 win for Manchester City. We are QPR 3-1 win for City. MCFC gone big for his boys, 5-0 win in the end. Ree has gone with a 4-0 win for City. Anoma Onus with a 3-1 win for Manchester City. Darren Warburton with a 3-1 win, same scoreline. Kieran Clouty with a 4-1 win for Manchester City. James Paddock with a 1-0 win, just the 1-0 win for Man City. Orthodox Celts with a 1-1 draw. It's a surprise one there. Prism Game with a 4-1 win for City. Benno Fraser with a 2-2 draw. Dave Chance with a 2-0 win for City. Marcus Bloody Rashford with a 2-1 win for City. Fenwick Branduba with a 5-1 win for City. Califan Mood with a 3-0 win for City. Don 07 2-0 win for the Citizens. You guys am I seeing double? A lot of you guys are punching in twice or 3 times even. Shane O'Donnell with a 3-1 win for City. And James Paddock, I've never heard 42 to 100 on before. Well, that is actually an English odd. It's because you could probably break it down to like 10 to 4 on. You probably, if you want to break it down finer. And those odds will probably change a little. And we have a German, der Tippsche. Hello, Germany. Guten Abend zusammen. Guten Tag. Guten Nacht. 2 Bratwurst bitte und ein Bier für mich. Pommes mit Curry ketchup, bitte. So you guys seem to go with Manchester City. I'm also going to go with Manchester City with a 3-1 win as well. Next up, we have Crystal Palace up against Southampton. 2 teams doing okay form-wise. 9th place, Crystal Palace. Without a win, though, in 5 games, actually. They've drawn the last 4, so they need a win, but they're unbeaten in the last 5. Something like that. Up against the Southampton side, who are 13th. Just the 1 defeat the past 6 for them. That was last time out against Wolves. A win for Southampton in 13th could see them rise to 8th. A win for Crystal Palace in 9th could see them rise to 7th. Goodness me. The last 6 between the two sides, 1 win for Palace, 3 wins for the Saints, 2 draws along the way. They played at the back end of the year, 2019. It was a 1-1 draw down at St Mary's. The last time played at Selhurst Park was a 2-0 win for Southampton. Danny Ings and Pierre-Emile Holzberg getting on the score sheet for Southampton. Crystal Palace drawn the last 4 matches in the Premier League. Southampton have won their last 3 away matches in the Premier League. The bookmakers' odds on this one. Game takes place on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. 7-4 for Crystal Palace. 13-8 is Southampton. 9-4 is the draw. What you guys got then in the chat? What you guys got in the chat? Frohes Neujahr, ja, Wunsch in ein Nagetaglisch. Man Boob, Mahboob with a 3-1 win for Manchester City. That's a tough one to read. Raphael Jarrett with a 2-2 draw. Russell Frost with a 2-0 win for Palace. Breno Fraser with a 1-0 win for Crystal Palace. Tom Beresford, the Patreon. 2-1 win for Southampton. Where are we? We are QPR with a 1-0 win for Palace. Dave Chance with a 2-2 draw. Landon Halpin with a 1-1 draw. Marcus Bloody Rashford with a 1-0 win for Southampton. Darren Warburton with a 2-1 win for Palace. LG and Cow with a 1-1 draw. Prism Gamer with the same scoreline. Orthodox Helps with a 2-1 win for Palace. LG and Cows with a 3-1 win for Saints. Shane O'Donnell 1-1 draw. James Paddock with a 1-0 win for the Saints. Kawasaki Chan with a 2-2 draw. Don 07 1-0 to the Eagles. Kieran Clarity with a 2-2 draw. Reed with a 2-1 win to Palace. Landon Halpin is already on the next one. Well, who do you want Rovers to sign this window? I would like us to sign a goalkeeper. No names. I'm just throwing it out there. The winger from Curtis has been touted about from Portsmouth. That would be pretty savvy. Some defenders would also be good. Don't know who's available. I'm wide open right now. And there was actually a link with us. We've been linked with a Polish fella, a winger, which also would be pretty savvy as well. So Rare Grime Beats with a 4-2 win for Palace. Shoot for goals with a 2-1 win for the Saints. And that is the majority of your pickaroonies. I am going to go Frank Brandhuber with a 1-0 win for Southampton. He squeezes in there with the last one as well. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Palace. Califan Moo joins us with a 1-1 draw. In favour of Southampton. It can go either way, buddy. It can go either way. Hang in there, Kieran. Hang in there. So next up, we got, what else we got? We got Chelsea up against Arsenal. Probably the game of the weekend, really, right? Games of the midweek action. It is Chelsea versus Arsenal down at Stamford Bridge. 3 wins for Chelsea at the last 6. 3 wins for Arsenal at the last 6. They did play 29th of December last year. 2-1 win for Chelsea. Jorginho and Tammy Abrahams with the late couple of goals there. I think I was down at the beach when that happened. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with the 1 goal for Arsenal. The last time they played at Stamford Bridge was in the Europa League last season. It was a 4-1 win. Was it at Stamford Bridge? I don't think it was, you know. I think that was a neutral venue. That was a neutral venue. The last time I played at Stamford Bridge was last season in the Premier League. It was a 3-2 win for Chelsea. Alonso Morata and Pedro with the goals for Chelsea. Henrik Mkhitaryan and Alex Iwobi getting the scores for Arsenal. Arsenal have actually drawn the last 3 away matches in the Premier League. Chelsea actually undefeated in their last 9 home matches against Arsenal in all competitions. So they fancy their chances, I think. This gameplay takes place on Tuesday as well, tomorrow. 78-100 or 10-8 or 10-7 on for Chelsea. 11-4 is the draw. 7-2 is the away win. Arsenal come into this 10th spot. A win for them could see them rise to 8th. Chelsea are in 4th. A win would just increase their stranglehold on 4th spot. Big game this for Chelsea. What do you guys got for in the chat then? Yeah, Elgin Kaus confirmed that data for you. Tip to tip chair. Come on, this window Rovers need to sign Bradley. We do. You're right, buddy. Even though Lewis Holtby did bits, scored a couple goals, so he might fill the void. Landon Halpin with a 2-1 win for the Russians. I mean Chelsea. Rafael Jarrett with a 2-1 win for the Gunners. Russell Frost with a 2-2 draw. Elgin Cow with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Rare Green Bites. 1-0 win for Arsenal. Tom Barris with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Marcus Bloody Rashford's gone with Arsenal 3-1 in the end. Orthodox Celts 3-1 the other way in favour of Chelsea. Darren Warburton 2-1 for Chelsea. Ferenc Van Huber with a 1-1 draw. James Paddock with a 3-1 win for Chelsea. Prism Gamer with a 3-1 win, also Chelsea. Dave Trant, if it's Arsenal, it's a draw. Indeed it is. We are keeping out with a 1-0 win for Arsenal. Kieran Cloutney must be on 2% now with a 2-1 win for Chelsea, I think. Shoot for goals, 5-2 win for the Gunners. Califan Mo, 2-1 win as well for Arsenal. Benno Fraser, 2-0 win for Gunners as well. Dave Chance with a 2-2 draw. See you later, Lenny. Reed with a 3-1 win for Chelsea. Sugar 2-1 in the end for Chelsea as well. Tip to Tipcher with a 3-3 draw. Kawasaki-chan with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Don 0-7, 1-1 stalemate. And, oh my goodness, Mikael Doom with a 2-0 win for Chelsea. MCFC going with a 1-1 draw. Up to Fata Manbaboob. 2-1 win for Arsenal. Allah Ada 3-2 win for Chelsea. Kieran Cloutney with a 2-1 win. Playing the table 1-1, the only good choice. Germany, Übersetzung. Next up, 3-2 win for me, for Chelsea, just to nick it. I'm not a big fan of Arteta just yet. I don't think he's the man. Don't think he's the man for Arsenal. I think they kind of boobed up a little bit. See you later, fella. Caleb Oman with a 2-2 draw. Next up, we have the games that take place on Wednesday. It is Leicester City up against Leicester. Leicester actually a bit woeful form at the moment. Just 2 wins at the past 6. They are 3rd, though. A win away from going back into 2nd spot. I think they're just focusing on the top 4 this year, I think. West Ham on the flip side, under with Moisey in charge, still struggling. 16th spot in the table, 1 win at the past 5 for them, heading into this last 6 though between 2 sides. 2 wins for Leicester, 1 win for West Ham, 3 draws along the way. They did play at the back end of the year down at the new London Stadium. It was a 2-1 win for Leicester. Kelchi Iheanacho and Damari Gray with the goals for Leicester. Pablo Fornals with the one and only goal for West Ham. The last time they played at King Power Stadium, it was a 1-1 draw. That was in the Premier League last season. Fabian Bobena with the goal for the Hammers. Wilfred Ndidi, the one and only goal for Leicester. Mark Noble getting himself sent off. Leicester undefeated in 10 of the last 11 matches against West Ham in all competitions. They like playing against West Ham, it looks like. The bookmakers' odds on this one, where are we? 2-1 on for Leicester. 70-5 is the draw. 5-1 for West Ham. I think right now, if you want to play anybody, Leicester are that team. They look a bit shaky. They've not been up in their top game at the moment. We're going to start with Rafael Jarrett with a 3-2 win for Leicester. What else we got? Russell Foss 3-1 win for Leicester. Callum Oman 1-1 draw. Landon Halpin 2-0 win for Leicester City. We are QPR 2-0 win as well. Same score on Tom Barris for 2-1 win for Leicester. Marcus Bloody Rashford, same scorelines. Going with 1-0 West Ham. Charlie Anson's gone big for Leicester City. 9-0 over West Ham. If that comes true, son, I will shave off one of my eyebrows. That's a bit of a gamble there. Darren Warburton with a 3-1 win for Leicester City. Arteta is doing our players. Orthodox Celts with a 2-0 win for the former Premier League winners. Aston Villa Seals already playing one ahead of us. Or is he playing? He's playing catch-up on the next one. Kieran Clarity with a 3-1 win for Leicester. He wants to let everybody know he's a Celtic fan. MCFC with a 1-1 draw. Man Boobs going with a 2-1 win for Leicester. Present Gamer with a 2-1 win for the Hammers. To Tipcher with a 4-1 win for Leicester. Elgin Cowles just giving it to Leicester with the 1-0 win. Califan Mo with a 2-0 win for the former Premier League winners as well. Shane O'Donnell 2-0 win for the Foxes. Don 0-7 2-1 win for the Foxes. Rafael Jarrett's just conceding defeat. 3-1 win. That's Kieran Clouty. Aston Villa with 2-1 win for the Hammers. Ferenc Bandhuber with a 1-1 draw. am coming with oh my goodness, don't look. I won with a 2-2 draw, folks. A 2-2 draw. I think that'll be 0.1 for West Ham, 2 points drop once again for Leicester City as they try to surprise everybody and get into the Champions League reckoning big time. I'd love to see them in there next year. They'll refresh the old Premier League top four, and as long as they got Rodgers and as long as he keeps that mentality going, I think they could be a top six, top four team for the next 2 or 3 years if they can keep things going. And they've got to build on it now. They've got to seize this moment if they get in Champions League football. One team looking to also get back into the Champions League football is Tottenham Hotspur. They'll take on relegation-threatened Norwich City. So let's take a look at the last few games between these two sides now, shall we? The last 6, 3 wins for Spurs, 1 win for the Canaries, 2 draws along the way. They played at the back end of the year. It was a 2-2 draw down at Carrow Road. Mario Vranic and big fat OG from Sergio Herrera getting the goals for Norwich. Christian Eriksen and Harry Kane scoring the 2 goals for Tottenham. On the flip side, the last time they played at Carrow Road was back in 2016. It was a 3-0 win for Spurs. Harry Kane brace. You won't get that this time. And Dele Alli with the one and only with his goal as well. Tottenham actually failed to score in the last 3 matches in the Premier League. They need goals. They need a striker. They're on the hunt. And they might be bringing in somebody in the next couple of weeks, I imagine. Norwich have actually failed to win 10 of the last 11 away matches in the Premier League. The bookmakers' odds, I'm sure they're going to go with Spurs regardless of their lack of firepower. 5-2 on for Tottenham Hotspur. 90-5 is the draw. 7-1 is the away win. Norwich are bottom and quite convincingly bottom at the moment. But a win away from going 19th. Spurs on the flip side, they are in 8th spot, but a win away from going 5th if things go their way. We're going to start with Raphael Jarrett with a 4-1 win. I don't know where he's getting them goals from. 4-1 win for Spurs. Trying out some of the 1-0 win for the Canaries. MCFC with a 1-1 draw. Same scoreline for LG and Cow. Tottenham's got, we are keeping up with a 4-2 win for Spurs as well. Tom Barris, a 2-0 win for Spurs. Prism Gamer's also got a load of goals in him. 5-0 win for Spurs. Landon Halpin's going with the Canaries. 2-1 win. Pookie Power. Russell Fuss with a 2-0 win for Spurs. Same score on Shane O'Donnell. Samantha signed. I did see that. Marcus Bloody Rashford with a 2-0 win for Spurs as well. 3-2 win in favour of Spurs for Don07. Aston Villa Seal has gone with a 2-1 win for the Canaries. Orthodox Celts, 2-1 win for Spurs. Kawasaki Chan with a 3-1 win for Tottenham. Darren Warburton, 4-1 win for Tottenham. Tipship with a 3-1 win for Spurs. Bruno Da Cruz with a 2-0 win for Tottenham. Brad's gone with a 2-0 win for Spurs as well. Frank Brandhuber, 2-1 win for Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, aye, pals. So the majority of guys going with Spurs. There are a couple of Canary fans in there, but I'm going with a 3-1 win. They might lack a striker, but I still think they'll find a couple of goals against Norwich this time out, and that win could push them into top 5 contention once again for Mourinho's boys, and they could oust Manchester United in the process. Can they? Can they do that with a win? A win for Spurs? Yeah, they could do. Goals pending, of course. Next up, we have Manchester United up against them freakazoids, them 6-fingered weirdos. Burnley, that's right. The team that's just down the road from Blackburn, the real team in Lancashire. So the last 6 between two sides, 4 wins for United, 0 wins for the Freaks, 2 draws along the way. They played at Turdmore not too long ago. It was a 2-0 win in favour of Manchester United with Martial and Rashford scoring on the day. The last time they played at Old Trafford, there was a 2-2 draw. Ashley Barnes, the Austrian, and Chris Wood, the Kiwi, on the score sheet for Burnley with a 2-0 lead. Paul Pogba and Victor Lindelof getting Manchester United back into contention in that game with a 2-2 draw. Around about this time last year as well, Man United have actually kept a clean sheet in 5 of the last 7 matches against Burnley in all competitions, and they're actually undefeated in the last 9 home matches in the Premier League. They've actually drawn their last 3 home matches against Burnley in all competitions as well, so they don't like playing against Burnley. It could be a bogey side for them. A snotter, an ugly snot bag of a team that is Burnley. 5-2 on for Manchester United for the victory. 7-2 is the draw. 15-2 is the away win. Come on, United. I don't say that very often, but come on, United. Put a win. A win for the Freakazoids in 14th. Could see them rise to 9th. But a win for everybody else down beneath them could push Burnley closer to the drop zone. A win for Manchester United could see them closer, edge closer to 4th spot. That's right, they're just 5 points adrift against Chelsea, who duke against Arsenal this week. So it's all on the line this time out. We've got a whole bunch of predictions in the chat. Sub to me, he says. I'll allow it. You can ask all these people to sub to you. It's all right, buddy. Raphael Jarrett straight off the blocks with a 2-1 win for United. LG and Cow has to do it, doesn't he? 2-1 win for the Freakazoids. MCFC's going with the Freaks as well. Landon Halpin with a 2-1 win for United. Russell Frost going with United as well. Darren Warburton 3-0 win for the former Premier League winners. We are QPR with a 1-1 draw. Orthodox Celts with a 1-0 win for United. Tom Barrett with a 2-1 win for Burnley. The Aston Villa Seals also going for Burnley as well. What are you doing? You want them team to lose. They're down the bottom. 2-2 draw from Don07. Marcus Bloody Rashford. 3-0 win for United. Martial hat-trick. 2-1 win for Man U. That's Brad. Prism Gamer with a 2-0 win for the Freaks. Detective Chipshire with a 3-2 win for Manchester United. Shane O'Donnell with a 1-0 win for United. Kawasaki Chan with a 1-1 draw. Bruno Dakaruz with a 2-1 win for the banjo playing six-fingered sister lovers. Kieran Clouty with a 3-1 win for Man U. Frank Brandhuber with a 3-1 win as well for Man United. Hark now, hear the city sing. United ran away and we will fight forever because blood of blood. Yeah. Like it, MCFC. He's harping out some songs, some tunage for the fans out there. Liverpool are coming up, folks. We'll talk about that in just a second. So, you guys going with, the majority going with United. A couple of you, I don't know what you guys are thinking. Going with Burnley. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for United. That's right. Barnstorming performance. Let me just transition over to this because it looks a little bit bigger. And we'll wrap it up with Wolves against Liverpool. Now, this game takes place on its own day, I think, Thursday, 23rd of January. The last 6, though, between these two sides have been 2 wins for Wolves, 4 wins for Liverpool. 0 draws along the way. They played in the Premier League at Anfield not too long ago. 1-0 win at Anfield. Sadio Mane with a one and only goal. The last time they played at Molineux was in the FA Cup last year. It was a 2-1 win for Wolves. Jimenez and Neves on the score sheet for Wolves. Divock Origi, the one and only goal for Liverpool. The last time they played in the Premier League, though, at Molineux, was a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Salah and Van Dijk on the score sheet. Liverpool actually won the last 13 matches in the Premier League. And have actually kept a clean sheet in the last 7 matches. I haven't got anything positive to say about Wolves at the moment. 24-5 is the odds for a Wolves victory. 14-5 is the draw. 10-6 on is the win for Liverpool. A win for Wolves in 6 could see them rise above United into 5th. And they're actually pressing for Champions League football, guys. The form book, though, for Wolves is 1 win out of past 4. Liverpool absolutely running away with it at the moment. So let's have a look at what you guys are thinking about this bad boy. We're going to start with the Aston Villa Seal. No, we're not. Raphael Jarrett with a 2-1 win for Wolves. Surprise. He's going for it. Same scoreline for We Are QPR. A couple of people thinking it's going to be a lot of people backing against an upset here. Landon Halpin with a 2-2 draw. Russell Frost with a 2-1 win for Liverpool. Shane O'Donnell 2-0 win for Liverpool as well. MCFC 1-0 win for Wolves. I think they're going to slip up, though. The Liverpool will slip up. Tom Bursard's going in with a 4-1 win for Liverpool. Orthodox Celts 2-1 win for the Wolves as well. LFC 3-0 straight. LG and Cow with a 2-1 win for Liverpool. Prism Game with a 1-1 draw. 2-0. Where I'm all over the place now. Brad with a 3-1 win for Wolves. Darren Warburton 4-0 win for Liverpool. Aston Villa Seal. Don't say nothing. Kieran Clouty with a 3-0. You've made it. 3-0 win for Liverpool. BA Soccer Fan 2-1 win for Liverpool as well. Blessings Chavinga with a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Tipsha's got a 3-1 win for Liverpool as well. Are you doing predictions for the 4 matches in the Championship tomorrow and Wednesday? I will get to you in a second. Shaldwardo 2-0 win for Liverpool. Russell Frost. I am not doing the predictions for the Championship for those 4 games. To be honest with you, I did not even know about these Premier League games. I completely forgot there was a midweek fixture list for the Premier League. I was packing up my desk because I've got to be moving down the basement. Last couple ones here. Marcus Bloody Rashford 3-2 win for Liverpool. Happy New Year, blessing Shavinga. Aston Villa with a 5-0 win for Liverpool. And Bruno Dakaruz with a 3-0 win for Liverpool. Now, before you guys dash off, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere just yet. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Liverpool. Now, if my predictions come on in, this is what the Premier League will look like. Now, don't go anywhere. Still, stay with me, brothers. Stay with me, brothers. Liverpool would lead the way, 67 points on the board. 51 points is Manchester City in second spot. Leicester City third. Chelsea will be in fourth. Manchester United remain in fifth. Down the bottom is Norwich, Bournemouth, and Aston Villa. Yes. Okay, so if you are here and you are predicting in the live comments, get your predictions in the comment section down below as well, so I can feature you next time out, and then we're going to have a whole bunch of yous, just like we did at the start of the show. And hopefully there will be no shit-faced gangs, and we all get top banana. Also, folks, let me get back to the studio and get out of this squeezed environment. Ooh, there we go. I can breathe a little bit now. Yeah, be sure to check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Facebook, Twitter, of course, the old Patreon, boys and girls. You can check that sucker out. And, of course, if you are new, make sure you bang that thumbs up. Give this video some loving. Come on in. There's a lot of predictors out there, but we want to be the predicting HQ. This is it right here. And, of course, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Can Arsenal keep it going against a tricky Wolves? Wolves always do it. Wolves always do it. Any questions before we go? Any questions? Because the next time you'll see me in a prediction stake will be after the weekend. You know what I mean? It'll be after the FA Cup, because I'm going to be doing an FA Cup thing this week, but I don't think I'm going to be in it. If you know what I mean, it might just be Cass. I don't know. Any questions? I'm going to give you a couple seconds. If there's no questions, I'm going to bounce out of here because I've got a lot to do today. I'm starving as well. Starving Marvin. But yes, did anybody see the Championship results this weekend? Are Blackburn getting to playoffs? Oh, Tom, that's a good question. I think you're asking me maybe 6 weeks too soon. 6 weeks too soon. I want to see what happens in the transfer window if we are active and bring in an attacking midfielder to add some competition. You never know. I used to live in the outskirts of Blackburn, Brad. That's the plan. That's the key there. I used to live in Lancashire. Rovers in playoff. It's too soon. I'd love to say yes. But right now, I don't think so. Is your prediction of Watford Villa a hate against Villa? No, it's more to do with Nigel Pearson's form. And also, I do have a soft spot for Watford. I used to live in Watford as well back in the day. So I've got a soft spot for them. I don't want to see them get relegated. I don't want to see Villa get relegated. They're a Premier League team, buddy. They deserve to be in there just like Rovers. We are the elite. We should be up there in the Premier League. It's Villa 2. There are some teams in the Premier League that don't belong there. Burnley being one of them. They should be in the flipping Conference North or something like that. They should be rid of them. We should just exclude them right now. Put Rovers in there, and we're good to go. Anyway, folks, no more questions. I think United will sack Ole if we lose in the FA Cup. I don't know. I think they still got the Europa League, and they're still duking it out for fourth spot. I think at the end of the day, if they're in fourth spot, they're gonna be happy with it. Anyway, again, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. I'll see ya next time. I'm out. I think that you are an ostrich. Oh, head in the sand.